Gender Inequality, presented by Lupita Hernandez and Dana Rubio.
Why did I get less pay? I work the same hours as him this week.
Well, you left. That's true. When you left for maternity leave, we gave him a raise.
How's that fair? I'm supposed to get paid for my maternity this week.
I worked, you didn't. You said to go get pregnant.
Well, that's the law. I'm supposed to get paid. I work the same hours as you did. So what? What? Keep your money.
What is gender inequality? Gender inequality can be defined as unfair treatment based on one's gender. It can typically be seen as favoring men over women. This is often a result of systematic bias and social and cultural norms, which can lead to one's potential being limited. Gender inequality can be seen both ways, whether a male is treated better than a female or a female is treated better than a male. Gender roles are expectations of males and females regarding the proper behavior, attitudes, and activities. For example, women are expected to stay at home and do household duties such as cleaning and taking care of their children, while men are expected to work in jobs like construction or engineering.
Sociological perspectives. For functionalists, it is a sociological approach that emphasizes the way that the parts of a society are structured to maintain its stability. For conflict, a sociological approach that assumes that social behavior is best understood in terms of tension between groups over power or allocation of resources, including housing, money, access to services, and political representation. For feminists, it is a sociological approach that views inequity in gender as central to all behavior and organizations. And for interactionists, it is a sociological approach that generalizes about everyday forms of social interaction. For the functionalist perspective, the observers often claim that families require adults who are the fit for their role, while women being more expressive and emotional role, while men are the more practical instrumental role, claiming men take more focus on tasks and external relations while women take care of the harmony and the internal emotions creating balance in their families. This is basically saying that men take more into hands-on, no emotion, just the action, and while women maintain the more emotion, care for, internal thought of a family. In the conflict perspective, they see men being commonly the more dominant in the relationship and receive more praise, while women are neutral to people, or as it's said, as it always should be. Women do get less praise or less credited for the work they at times do. For example, sometimes women have jobs and they take care of the home, while men are seen more as if they work, that's all they have to do. It shouldn't always be this way. It is more to be fair, and it is seen not only back in time, it is still seen in modern day today. Men are seen more dominant because it is more dominantly they more dominantly control the wealth, the prestige, and power around the world, where women are undervalued and they follow their boss as seen as the male version. But men's work is very valued and women's work is whether unpaid in the house or wage labor outside the home is very undervalued. To continue, for the feminist perspective, they argue that women are seen as less because of no education, less education opportunities, no dominance in capitalist societies, but whether these struggles, women still fought back and earned their place. In modern day society, we do see women in male dominated careers like pilots, engineers, accountants, any office related, even as CEOs, there are a lot of them. It is still seen as odd or different, but it can be taken as a goal. It has been done and it will be keep doing in the future. This is how feminists fight back to what society said or thought in a closed-minded way. They fight back and they between and through their goal and they create their path. which is a good way to fight against all these close-minded thoughts back and to make a great. For the interactionist perspective, this explains that people still act out or do masculine or feminine things as they're so called, but people do challenge the social norms of things in their everyday lives. As seen as maybe you've seen it in your everyday lives, people do change things. Like as I said in the feminist, there's women that do go to be pilots or engineers. There's male that work in offices as secretaries or as nurses or as a receptionist. There are people that do change that. There are people that maybe women don't get married and have children as it's quote unquote supposed to be done, or male that just don't get married either or just don't lead the traditional life. There are changes, and it's a great way to live the future and have an open-minded ways of the society.
For years, there has been an imbalance on the treatment between genders. Now it is time for there to be a change.
Thank you for listening.
I hope you guys enjoyed our presentation.